Enjoy the show, everyone!
Sorry.
Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the Heed Army podcast. Hey, what a week. What a week. 7 points and goals for days last night against Morecambe. So it's a lot to talk about. Very positive. New signings as well. New signings looking absolutely fantastic. But before we go any further forward, thank you to our sponsor, Northern Print Solutions, and of course our friends at Hope and Glory. And we've got some news from Hope and Glory because they have donated a very good prize for the raffle for the 500 show. So I'll bring the boys in now. I'll take me down to there. Quite a positive week, boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy. Look, even Mickey's smiling. Is that a
I
smile
know.
from Mickey?
7 points, 8 goals.
Honestly.
Yeah, so we conceded 6, but that's what. So what? I mean, there was meltdowns on Twitter last week because we drew 4s each.
Yep.
Yeah, the defending wasn't great. I've got to be completely honest. But they've come back from 3-1 down. You can say what you like about the penalties. We didn't give the penalties. The referee gave the penalties. And any other club would have took the penalties and with open arms.
Well, as I say, I've got the highlights. We'll put them up and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Messages are flying in. Of course, we've got Gateshead FC stats has put 7 points, 3 games, 8 goals has the tide turned Gateshead's way. We've got seen 18 goals in 3 games against Morecambe this season, which is more than I've seen at the GIS this season. Yes, it's been quite the one, hasn't it? What a game last night, says Ken Webster. Could not take your eyes off it. Full second of action, end to end it was. We've got the lovely Trina has put evening all. Sean Parry's put good evening as well. And the only thing that was missing last night was a sending off. Yeah, and as I say, he said, "But sorry, you should start with hello." He said, "Hello, boys." Yes, you should have. We've got evening, lads. Successfully survived my trip to Truro. Of course, we've got that to talk about. Steely was down there. The trains were horrendous, he's saying. So I'm sure people can let us know. We've got Craig saying evening all, and we've got some more things coming up here. What's this? We've got this is from Steve Farnfield. Done some homework, and by reckoning, all we need is to beat Altrincham on the last day of the season to stay up and send them down. Super Joker. Hey, Mystic Steve there. Vanessa has put evening all. We're all just excited for a couple of games. Yes, we are. It's all happened very quick, and there's more messages coming in. We'll get to them. Of course, we have got some news updates as well on the evening of the 18th of April for the 500 show and Hall of Fame stroke Player of the Season awards. We've been given a prize by Hope and Glory, our partners. They've given us a £50 voucher for their online shop. Of course, they're going to be making the strips next year, so you can use that if you're the lucky winner to get yourselves a new strip for next season. Also, we're going to have the tickets hopefully available on Saturday, and they should be available in the Mick Thornton suite from the Gateshead Support Society table. And also there will be a vote there as well. There'll be 4 names to vote for the inductee of the GFC Hall of Fame. So we will tweet out and message out if the tickets they're supposed to come tomorrow. They've been printed today. And if we've got them, we'll have them on sale tomorrow, £2 a ticket. And there also will be some available in the Saltwell Club as well going forward from next week. So it's all coming together. We're still looking for prizes though. If anyone has anything that they'd like to donate, a bottle, anything you can think of that would be worthy in the raffle, we'd be very appreciative because it's all going to go to raising money and of course celebrating on the night with, as I say, inductees into the Hall of Fame, which we'll announce the first inductee tonight. And we'll do that in probably about 20 minutes. So we've got lots. I mean, the messages are flying, and you can tell we're winning at the minute. It's not bad, is it? But I mean, we'll start with last night. I'll tell you what, I've got the highlights here. I'll add them to the screen. I'll put them up here. So I'll switch it round with that. There we go, and I'll play that in the background. As a hell of a start. I mean, Joe Grayson's cross into the box here was lovely. And the nod down from Beck was just beautiful play. I mean, I'll let it speak for itself. Look at that.
That's a hell of a finish.
Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. You got to say credit to Morecambe for fighting back straight away. But I mean, that was a great start for us. And the crosses into the box last night, as we mentioned in the second half, were fantastic. It was definitely a different dimension to Gateshead's play that we've been lacking all season. And but this man, Popoff, he's just been absolutely tore us apart yesterday, didn't he?
The hell of a header, that goal.
Where's he come from? Where did they buy him from?
He's on loan from Leicester at Morecambe. Yeah, he's. I think he's only recently arrived. He scored 5 in the last 6 before this game, I think, or including this game. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you can say disappointing that the defender didn't get there, but he timed his run beautifully, lovely cross in, and just a great finish.
You're not saving them, are you? You're not saving that.
And then we've been opened up again down the right hand side here. Payne pulls it in. You've got Nolan at the back post. There, one comes in, and it was a bit disappointing, wasn't it? And then obviously
how do we start playing at this stage? You obviously 1-1. Did we go a bit flat?
It was end to end stuff, but they were just. I mean, it was.
Let's put it this way: Morecambe are really, really good going forward, and I've said it before, and I say it again. Going forward, they're excellent. Defensively, they're awful. Yeah. If they had a really good defence, they would be in the playoffs.
I mean, what it is, they're very well regimented, and they knew that they were going to try and soak us up and hit us on the break. They've got the pace. They've got you've seen in them 3 goals. They were fast at it. I don't know if this is when Mark Beck had his shoulder pulled out of place when he gets rived to the ground. You'll go, look, you'll see this smash straight into the ground. No penalty given. I know there was people saying that the penalty was soft. Dare I say, was it the referee levelling things up after an awful decision when he seen the player had to go off with suspected, dislocated shoulder? I don't know.
And I tell you what, Davey, I think that'd be the worst thing about last night. It wasn't the result; it was the fact we've lost Beck, because not only is he good, obviously forward play, but he's defensive play as well. He's an excellent player. He's an all-rounder. He defends well. He's obviously great in the air.
But
we're missing.
I was speaking to Mark after the broadcast yesterday, and I said, yes, horrendous that the injury happened to Mark Beck, but it showed us earlier on, and forced changes. Here we go. Soft penalty, handball. I think he tried to even that up there for what happened to Mark Beck, personally. I know the referees don't do that, but I think that was a case of that.
Yeah, look,
that from a Gateshead perspective. But I think
that was really crucial, but the timing of that was really crucial.
Massively crucial, and a good penalty as well. I mean, you can see the size of Jamal Blackman. He really fills the goal. And then obviously, I laughed. Jim Bentley did a post-match interview, and you see our player get absolutely wiped out here in the box. And but their manager said, "I believe my play." He said he didn't kick him. I was like, well. Obviously,
I hope he watches the highlights and takes his rose-tinted specs off.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, there's things called cameras these days, Jim.
Good penalty by Chadwick again, though.
Yeah, this one it takes it along the ground this time. It's a nice one, and hey,
he's playing all right, Chadwick, at the moment. He's playing decent at the moment.
Now, I said to Mark when he obviously I think they go back in front, don't they? It was just one of them nights, and as I say, this was probably the most disappointing goal for me. The fourth, it was
2 or 3 missed tackles, and then there's a bollocks up on the edge of the box.
And then it's this one here, and you just I mean, credit to the lad, he's finished it. You know what I mean? But
could have cut that out.
Yeah, it's a harsh one, but what you've got to say is that the lads kept going. And, there was a change, obviously, at half-time, 3-card shuffle. So 4 substitutions made just after half-time, including the first half one. And, this lad, Anafawosi, what a absolute lump of dynamite he is. He's explosive on that left-hand side. I thought Akinola was good. It was exciting, but it was frustrating at the same time that you score 4 goals at home and you don't win. They'll be thinking the same thing. You score 4 goals away from home and don't win. But, you wouldn't have put these two sides down the bottom for the quality of the match, but
quality dependent. Yeah, put them in the bottom four.
Yeah, that's that's the thing here. But Mark said, "I said this, you meant this." But looking at it in real time, it looked like he meant it. But I think he has crossed that. But either
we
way,
don't care.
great hat trick for the lad, and a boost for him as well. You know, because he's been putting in the hard yards since he's come.
Been looking sharp. Yes.
But
nice to see. I was a bit of a critic when he came back, but he's doing all right. He's putting himself up.
That's his second hat trick for the club, you know, and let's hope it continues with more. But yeah, no, it was look, it's a 7 points. We all would have took that, you know. Going into the Halifax game, we're all thinking we're not going to get anything there. You go and win, then you go and have that mammoth travel down Truro and look fantastic, you know, and going about with business. So yeah, it is. Oh, but hello there, Steely. But yeah, it's been a good week, and 7 points isn't a bad takeaway. The only thing you would say is probably a disappointment, if you're being uber critical. It's not even critical for us. It's the fact that the teams above us have been picking up points as well. You know, but we're only 9 points from the top of the relegation zone, getting out of it, which is better than what it was a week ago. And you know, we've got goals, we've got wins, and new players as well. So it's all looking very positive, and long may it continue.
There's a lot of games still to play, and there's a lot of winnable games as well. You know what I mean? I think we need to get over this hoodoo at home, though. We need to stop winning. Well, we'll go down if we don't stop winning at home. Simple as that.
Well, this leads me on to the vote for today's podcast. Of course, we want a Forest Green win, loss, draw, and Savage sacked after. He's probably. I seen a tweet. It made us laugh, saying that Robbie Savage is the only National League manager that being linked with a championship job to being close to the sack in the same month. So
he's in bad form. Yeah, they've really gone off the boil.
So, you know, they've got to come here and get something against a team that's on the upturn.
Hard on, wind your neck in here.
No. Let us finish what I was going to say. I said it's got all set up for a 0-0 draw.
Not when you've got Kyle McAllister and Nick Horton.
Aye, that's true.
There's two players I would love to see in the Gateshead shirt. We couldn't afford either.
No, but at the same time, they're in a poor run of form themselves. They're slipping away. They've slipped away from the championship race, and now they're holding on to stay in the playoff picture as well at the minute with the form that they're in. So if you're going to pick a team to play at the right time, you know, we're hopefully on the upward curve. But but if anyone does want to vote, their vote's already coming in. Hashtag win, hashtag loss, hashtag draw, and hashtag Savage sacked. So, and you can also scan the QR code on the screen. So please do that. And also as well, we were talking about the match. Obviously, well done to Billy Chadwick, man of the match there. As I say, his nickname's the Bulldog. So I hope that's not on his looks. I think that's probably about his tenaciousness. But I say well done to Billy Chadwick on receiving man of the match.
Does he just drool a lot?
He must do. He's got very sensitive jowls. They have to put Sudocrem on the away trip, you know, just to keep him looking fresh.
Or does he just keep farting like one?
Yeah, that's
I wonder who shares a room with him.
When they get on the bus, everyone else has got like Bombay mix, and he's got pedigree chum.
Wow.
We've got Liv Walden's put evening, everyone.
Evening.
We've got Sean Parry. Do we dare to believe the Great Escape could be on? Look, each game as it comes, and you know that's triple well in the last 3 games. And look, some of the performances last night in the second half, you know, to get us motoring from the get go. New players coming in as well. It looked really good. We've got Angel of the North. We've got Tracy Wilson. Good evening, everyone. Great week. Even better. Better news. The Wooler Chinese is open again. Oh, you have to. What's the house special chow mein like? I do like a bit of house special chow mein. You get a bit of everything in there, boys. And St. Geordie, evening all. I bet no one predicted 4-4. Well, we'll find out later on.
Nice.
We got there. So I did predict 4. Surely that counts to something. No, but as I say, it was all good. Beck will be a big miss. He's been great in the last few games. He has been, and I seen him walking out, and he was, his arm was, he was thinking it's wrapped up in like a sling in his top, and he looked peed off. As you can imagine, look, the lad was in a vein of form of assisting and scoring goals. But I always try to look for the positives, and I thought with the new lads coming in, and it was, yes, we had to throw the kitchen sink at it. Yes, we had to go at it because of the scoreline. But I think we learned something out about some of the new signings, and maybe a way that we can play from the start of a game. Different formations, characters come in there. I thought Fenton John did amazing when he came on last night. And if he looked good. The new signing that we haven't even mentioned, Ash Boatswain, who came in, he's just left Ipswich. He's signed to Gateshead to the end of next season. Young striker, only 20, played for Woking and AFC Fylde. He looked okay when he came on. He was in the mix. Those balls coming at the box. He was battling. He was fighting. He was chucking himself about. Before I say about anything else, Lorimer. The Lorimer came out in Fenton John last night on Songo. It was a David and Goliath battle of epic proportions, this aerial challenge, and all 3'2" of Fenton John sent 7-foot Songo flying, and the scream from Songo as he hit the ground.
It reminded you of Tomo, didn't it?
And the referee went, play on. Honest.
Yeah, honestly, Steely obviously weren't there, and you just said, ah!
And the referee was like, shut up. It was. But brilliant. I mean, there was a lot of. I wouldn't say it was a dirty game.
Niggly.
It was niggly. There was a lot of shirt pulling. Songo was. I tell you what, like he wasn't. He wasn't dirty or being malicious. He was just putting himself about. He was strong and pushing people off with his shoulder and holding people off. In fact, it was a fantastic display, if in all honesty. But when little Lorimer just absolutely poleaxed him. And you know what it is? That'll do Fenton John all the good in the world, because yes, he said to us, he knows how to use his size, but that was an aerial battle, and he just it was lovely. It was a proper win for the ball, wasn't it? And just wiped the man out. It was
like both lads competed for the ball.
Yeah,
and Lorimer's caught him, and as they've both went for the ball, and Lorimer's just sparked him. Well, not sparked him, but he's won it, and he had a scream.
It was great. Brilliant. I mean, I was fully expecting the whistle to go and the referee give a free kick. I thought, no, he's got away with that one, but it was a good tussle. No one knew of Popoff at this level. He's picking up some form. He is. I suspect if he can play like that when he's in Leicester or in the Football League, I'd imagine that's where his next loan will be, because I can't see him being loaned to the National League North.
He looked something different last night, I must admit.
He had it all, didn't he? Hopefully this is the start of a good run of goals for Billy Chadwick. Yeah, we need goals all over the park. We've got ref didn't see the pull on Beck, but spotted the handball from all the way the other way around. And for me, it was. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it might have been one of them things where the referees leveled it up for missing the decision. We've got Vanessa's put, Dave, I thought you were going to fall off your seat when the fourth goal went in. It was a cracking goal, and then he was, because I was having to teeter off the table because there's not much room there. And if Bernard's watching, Bernard, you got that table yet? You got that table? Hashtag frozen.
Bernard might say he's going to get you a table. He didn't say when he was going to get you a table.
I know, exactly. I know.
Don't keep annoying him, asking him when he's going to give it, because he'll just forget.
Yeah. This is an interesting one. James Lee Jordan has put, I find it weird that the formation started with 4 at the back, and as soon as we changed to 3 at the back, we completely looked better. Thoughts? Well, I always thought we might go back to 3 at the back with the players at our disposal. One thing I mentioned as well was Joe Grayson playing well. Coming in, and I was speaking to his mum about knitting after the game. She's lovely. So hello, Grayson's mum. I forgot to get her name. But yeah, it was lovely to see him there. But I thought when we went to 3 at the back and Anafawozi playing left wing back, I mean, he had the first 10 minutes. Payne had our life, and then he found out what it was like in the second half, didn't he? He was absolutely run ragged.
I don't think he ran. I don't think he ran forward for a while because
No.
Alan Pelosi. I've got to say this while I'm on about it. He's played 2 games and he's looking really, really promising. And it's the player I thought someone asked us if I'd heard of him. And I says if it's the player I think it is, he sounds like he's a decent player. And in the 2 games I've seen so far, he looks very exciting.
Well,
Exciting prospect.
I was when we're seeing his cameo at Truro on that, dare I say, anorexic pitch. It was that skinny. I questioned the legality of that pitch, how narrow it was. It was ridiculous.
Really? Well,
oh yeah. And that was all for the long throw that they've got as well.
And the free kicks.
But he come on there and looked a real handful. And I think I said to you, Mickey, I can't wait to see him on the stadium pitch. A bit more room. And wow, hopefully he can keep that form up because he's going to be very exciting. And I think he'd probably get on the score sheet himself. But we've got one here. We need 3 or 4 points from the next 2 games. Yeah, I'd be very happy with. I'd be happy with 4 or 6, but yeah, 3 or 4 you would take, wouldn't you?
Well, Saturday is massive.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm joking a little bit with the Savage sacked and people are joking into it, but it's going to be a very, very tough game, and they'll want to get themselves back in and secure that playoff spot, won't they?
Well, let's stay up with a chance to get back on form, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Why are the pictures on a slant? I'm wondering what pictures.
Possibly you Davy movies?
No. My floor's level. We've got here. We've got. Please note, I factored in Saturday's defeat into my prediction for the end of season running. Also as well, welcome to the club, Ash Botswain. Yes, definitely. Yeah. Hopefully we can get him and Anna Fozy on. It would be lovely. The attendance last night, I didn't get to hear it because I nearly forgot to do the man of the match.
610, Davey, 610.
So it's only 610. Well, hopefully we can get that up, get people coming, if we get close to the top of that playoffs, I'm sure you'll see a few coming back out of curiosity alone. We've got here. Will not be Mrs. Grayson. Yeah, it would be Mrs. Grayson, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's what I should have said. Yeah.
For some strange reason, I think it might be Carol, but I might be wrong.
Well, as I say, we'll find out. We'll get her on the podcast. She watches. Did you see Luis? Do you see Louis getting his place back in defence? I think you will see a bit of rotation. I think the tempo that we're playing at, and bodies being thrown on the line to stop things. There is going to be pulls. There is going to be niggles. There's going to be rotation. You've got Ferguson. You've got and Louis still knocking about, and of course Max Melbourne as well. So. Yeah, it is going to be, quite the competition for at the back, but they're all pretty good. Sam Pennington has put evening lads, 7 points from 9 is a great run. Shame about Beck going off injured. Hopefully he isn't out for long. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard anything official. I'm surmising. I hope it didn't go fully out of place and had to be put back in, because if it hasn't went back in nicely, you could be on for a bit of a while with it. We've got here, was Rob Elliott suspended? Yes, the yellow cards. Never seen him on the bench. He was there, but I didn't see him on the bench, so
I surmised he was suspended.
He might have had a yellow card from when he was at Crawley, carried over.
I don't know, because I think the management only got to get 3 before they get kicked off the line.
Right. Well, that would explain.
Didn't he get yellow carded on Saturday?
He definitely got one at Halifax.
Yeah. Well, we're coming up to the half-time bit of the show. We are going to announce very shortly the first inductee for the Gateshead FC Hall of Fame, which, of course, will be on April 18th after the last home game of the season against Woking. It's at the Saltwell Club. It's £2 a ticket. The tickets we are hoping to have delivered tomorrow. If that is the case, we will have them available to be purchased at the Gateshead FC Supporters Society table in the McFaunton Suite. There will also be a 4-name vote for the public vote, which will go over the next few home games for the 4th inductee into the JFC Hall of Fame. We'll be announcing the next inductees over the next few weeks, but the first one will be announced tonight. So we'll do that very, very shortly. As I say, But Steely, before we do that, your trip to Truro, I mean, I know yours wasn't a full-on in one day like a lot of people or the day before. You had a bit of a family stop-off in Bath. And how was it?
It was brilliant. I mean, to go all that way to see your team play, in the dark depths of Cornwall, and the Heat Army. I mean, there was 152 in that away end. I mean, it was 39 at Halifax and 29 at Boston, so 152 into Cornwall was so impressive. So many familiar faces.
Well, that'll do for a free pint.
That's what I said. I said, God, all this way for free beer. We've got a free pint, of course. And Truro, yeah, the fans and stuff were really good. We thought, they treated us well and chatted away to us. And obviously the result and the winning goal. First half we had to weather the storm a little bit. I think we sort of flattered us a little bit because it was our only real attack what we scored from. But then the second half, I thought we played much better, and of course the winner, and it was right behind the away end as well, the goal. So we were going absolutely loopy, as you could imagine.
It was an amazing goal as well, wasn't it? The run and the flick past the defender as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they were talking about a goal of the season contender, and it's up there. It was that good to win the game. And as you said, it's interesting what you say about the pitch as well. I don't think we picked up on that so much when we were actually there, but it makes sense with their their throws. That was their only weapon really towards the end.
I think though, but the dugouts were about 3 or 4 yards back from the touchline. It was really quite, and you could see even from the advertising boardings on the side, it was a very narrow pitch, and it looked narrow towards the side of the box as well. So I'm just lining up the posts to go out on social media when we announce it. So I'm just putting that there ready, and I'll do that because we'll put it straight up as soon as I've got that ready. But yeah, as I say, hopefully we'll have the tickets.
Can I have a guess and have a guess who it is?
Go on then. Let people have your first guesses before we do it.
Person. Oh, just think of the legends of Gateshead over the last X amount of years.
Yeah,
get your hashtag and then put a Gateshead player's name in.
Hashtag, and we'll give it a couple of seconds, and then we'll get into it. But yeah, or a couple of minutes. But yeah, I'll say I went to the Legion Club with Mickey, and he had us out at 11 o'clock at night. He's a bad influence.
Good night, though.
Oh, it was a good night, really good night. Yeah,
good atmosphere as well with the game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was really good. The win always helps, doesn't it? It was really good.
The ball was chocker now. Absolutely chocker.
It makes the travel back much better. I don't know if the club went down and had 2 days down there. I presume they just came back that night.
Apparently they were asked and they wanted to come straight back.
I mean, fair enough. They would have got back in the early hours.
They wanted to stay and they decided they wanted to come straight back.
It's fair enough. They would have got back at like 4 a.m. on a Sunday, but at least then you can have Sunday at home. You know what I mean?
Mickey, I think someone thinks there's a ringer in here. We're trying to get you in the Hall of Fame.
Me?
Yes, you.
I'm not sure.
Hashtag Mickey. We've got hashtag Sam Kitchen. It's a good shout. Good shout.
It's a good shout, but it's not right.
Yeah, we've got hashtag Terry Hibbett.
No.
Oh, I tell you, there's some names here. We've got hashtag Clarky. We've got hashtag Ben Clark. Is there any more? Does anyone else want to get into it? And well, you see, I'll get into 1 second. I'll get to the. Here we are. So the first inductee.
Please. Come on, Davey, you've got drums on there somewhere.
Well, one second. Okay. Ben Clark. I think everyone can definitely agree, an absolute legend. The things he's done on the pitch, off the pitch, with the club and the foundation. You won't meet a nicer man. The first man to lead Gateshead out at Wembley, and just a legend, an absolute legend. And it's a privilege to have him in the Hall of Fame, the first inductee. and hopefully we can have him there on the night.
Done fantastic with the foundation as well.
He really
Just
has.
top guy. He's actually gated through and through, isn't he? He really is.
Yeah. As I say, I was last night. I was when I had packed up my equipment. I'll just take that off the screen. But there we go. Congratulations to Ben.
Can I just interrupt briefly? Sorry, lads. I'm actually in a work meeting. I've got to go back into it now, so I've got to leave.
Just before you go, we've got one quick question for you. Steely, quick bird question. Last week I saw oyster catchers at the foot of the Humbleton Hill. Never seen them inland before. Feel free to message me with a reply, not to interrupt the flow.
It's because they're moving inland now because they do actually breed inland. They actually breed in fact they breed in some weird places. They breed on tops of factory roofs, but they breed in the Pennines. So yeah, they're just moving back in now.
Before you go, your predictions for the next two games.
Yeah, prediction. This is not to let everyone a big avalanche of predictions because it's still early. But I think it's going to. I actually think we're going to win both games. I actually think it's going to be really tight on Saturday, and we're going to win 2-1. Braintree, it's going to be 2-0. So real positive stuff there, lads. Great to see you.
Right. See you later. Thank you, Steely.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody.
See you later, Mr. Oyster Catcher.
There we go. He's off, and
coming land to breed.
There we go. Mr. Luke has put round applause there. Well deserved. Always there when called upon by the club. Wish the stadium track Clarkey was no more running track. he's obviously the picture that I put up there. Are we taking just players from the past 20 years only? No, Stephen. No. I've already told you. But obviously we need to have people to be able to be there for the inaugural one as well. But Ben Clark is a very deserving person and is very high up on the list. Well done, Bell. And then we go TC Steely. So there we go. I don't know what TC stands for. I don't know what but we got thank you there from what do you call it. But if you're just joining us, of course, we have just announced the first inductee into the GFC Hall of Fame, which is on the 18th of April, Ben Clark. As I say, I was just about to tell a story after I packed up yesterday and I went down the tunnel to leave. Louis Story came up and said, I think my heart jumped out my chest 20 times. I said, it was a bit hairy, but then Ben Clark grabbed us by the lapels and said, well, you're not entertained screaming at us. So, but yeah, no, absolute legend. As I say, I was close to telling him last night, but I thought I'd leave the surprise. So hopefully he finds out on the grapevine. If not, we'll see him on Saturday and let him know. But yeah, it is that. And we've got two games coming up this week. Of course, we've talked about Forest Green on Saturday, but Braintree at home, another massive game for us, which if you get 3 points out of will go a long way to helping us get another foothold in the relegation battle. So as I say, we'll get them predictions in very, very soon. Also, if you're just joining us, we will also update you that there will be tickets available, hopefully this Saturday, if not by Braintree, for the Player of the Year stroke GFC 500 celebrations at the Social Club. So please do that. It's our Top Cat. That's what it stands for. Top Cat Steely. But yeah, so see, we always learn something though, don't we, Mickey? I wasn't expecting to find out that oyster hunters breed in land.
Or on top of buildings.
Nah, as I say, I didn't know, but I know now. So amazing stuff. Right, as I say, the pool is still open as well if you'd like to vote for what you're going to do this weekend. We'll open the predictions very, very soon. But yeah, as I say, it was a good atmosphere last night as well. I know it was only 600. It felt like more.
Yeah.
The clothesline was, in full voice. It was great. And as I say, it was just it felt like there was some belief there, wasn't there? And having goals as well to cheer for was extra special, wasn't it?
It is. It's just, I think everyone's, as soon as Rob's come in, it's to give the place a lift. The results haven't, well, I mean, the last three results, I've got 8 quarters, 7 points.
No. I would have took 7 points.
I mean, would people have been the same if it had been a draw at Halifax and then 2 wins? The next 2 games wins, would that people have been more happy with that? I just think
it's getting them points on the board, isn't it? It doesn't matter who they're against.
We're down there for a reason. We're all down there for a reason. And look, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I keep saying it. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I just think sometimes we can be a bit harsh on them. They showed a lot of character there last night.
They didn't leave anything in the changing room, that's for sure.
I mean, they come from 3-1 down. Yeah, you can see the dubious penalties. But so what?
How many dubious ones have we had against for this season?
Exactly. And then, to be honest, normally when you went 3-1 down earlier on in the season, that's game over.
It is.
And we've got it back. We've got it back to 4s each. In the end, it could have. To be honest, they could have won. They had a great chance with the long throw, and the lad where he's fired it out of the bar. But we've had a couple of chances as well. I just thought it was not a round good game. Yeah, defense was shit. But at the end of the day, 7 points from 3 games. He just offered that before Halifax. I would have snapped your hand off.
Mm-hmm. We've got a message here. Can we just mention Louis' story and his interactions with the fans? You don't get that at this level that much. No, he's fantastic. I don't even think I told Mickey this before the game. He was sat talking to somebody in the cafe area.
Right.
We made eye contact. I didn't go over, obviously, because he's busy talking to someone. And I went in the lift, and all of a sudden his hand comes in the lift to open up, and he's asking if we'd had the 500 show and congratulating her and everything. And I said, "Oh well, we've got explained about what we're doing with it, with the Hall of Fame, as part of it." And he said, "Oh, that's amazing." And it was just, what it is? It's just that lovely little thing. You needn't have done it, like I wasn't looking for an interaction, but it is, yeah. Just come over, and it was nice, and it's heartwarming. It makes you feel like what you're doing's worth it, because sometimes it's we do the podcast, yeah, and look, we've got like 31 people watching. There'll be people sitting together, so there'll be more than that, and then people watch it on the replay and stuff, and it's always heartwarming that the fans watch and stuff, and people come back and interact, and the names that we see, and we love it when we get new names. But when it's players and coaches within the club doing the same thing and just giving you that little nod of appreciation, it's better than anything. It makes it feel what you're doing's worth it.
To be honest, you can follow Newcastle, Sunderland, Middlesbrough, anybody. You're a number. I don't think you're a number at Gateshead.
No,
I really don't. Yeah, sometimes you think they could do things better. Of course they can. Everyone can. But if you want out and you actually can't get someone from the club, they'll bend over backwards for you.
Yeah.
Unless you want something totally stupid. So,
look, I don't need to like have a go at other football clubs and stuff because people support them and they'll think it's a dig. But I was talking to I'll not name who it is because obviously the tone of the story will tell you why. But I was talking to someone who is a member of the 1892 club.
Yeah.
Now, he hasn't been able to attend the last 3 games because of due to work.
Uh-huh.
And he received a letter saying if he didn't attend in person, that they would revoke his season ticket.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of that.
And to me, that is absolutely disgusting. They've already got your money. That's because they want you to say, "I'm not coming. You're all right to resell the tickets." That's all that is, and that's the world's richest club, by the way. Disgusting. I don't care what you say.
It's not just out of the town. It's
yeah, no, it's disgusting. Also as well, he told me that he pays for his ticket via direct debit. Some people, not everyone can buy the season ticket outright. If there was a banking glitch, which sometimes happens with Barclays, and you get the banking glitch and you cannot get into your account for a while, or maybe even a day, because there's something went down. Normally they've been hacked and haven't told you. But if you miss a direct debit payment, they can take your season ticket off you again as well. You got 24 hours. What if the bank's down? Sorry, we're going to sell that ticket. That doesn't feel like it feels like a phone contract. It doesn't feel like being a football fan, does it?
No, but that's the Premier League all over. The Premier League chairman nowadays would rather have the tourists come in because they come in, spend more money. They go in the club shop, they spend a fortune. They spend a fortune in the kiosks. Whereas the season ticket holder, he'll buy a shirt and whatever shirt he wants throughout the season. He'll go around the town for a few bevies, he spent less money than the actual tourist would.
Yeah,
So,
it is.
but that's all over the Premier League. It's not just Newcastle.
Oh
Sunderland.
no, it's. I was shocked when I heard it. I mean, I must live in a Gateshead bubble. I'll admit it. But to me, I was like, wow, that is borderline disgusting. For people, that love the club and probably get themselves into debt to go and watch because of the ridiculous prices it is in the Premier League. So yeah, it just disgusted me. And I know, Gateshead Football Club isn't perfect, hasn't been perfect over the years, but at least treat like that, especially for that amount of money. So yeah, it's yeah, I think it's just frankly disgusting. So anyway, on that note, let's get into some positivity. We'll get the predictions in. I'll get the prediction league up in a second. So if anyone would like to get their predictions in, this is how it stands. There's a few people got the one right. You got one right, Mickey.
Yeah, I got the Truro one, didn't I?
Yeah, Darcy's still top of the league. Josh Walden got it right. Trina got it right. One of the games, and there's let's have a little look here. There's a Poppy, and she played a joker, so she's got 3 points there this week. Christopher Story, Ken Webster, and yourself all got one right, and Patrick Story all got one right this week. So can you do that this week? We're going to do both games. Of course, this coming week, we'll be back on next Thursday, all being well. So we want to do the Forest Green game and the Braintree game. Do you want to go first, Mickey, out of us two?
I will do. I'm going to go ones each for the Forest Green game, even though I think I fancy Forest Green to win because Nick Horton just always comes up here and terrorises. But I can't go against my team much. So I'm going on ones each against Forest Green. But I'm going to go 3-1 against Braintree, and I'll play a joker if I've got one.
Oh, actually, I won't say. I'll get your thing back up. We'll let you know if you've got a joker. Mickey Barris, well, you have one joker and one super joker.
I'll play me joker for the Braintree game.
Braintree, all right. Me, I'm like you for Saturday. I would take a draw now.
Yeah.
I would take a draw. But I think there's going to be goals in it. And I'm going to go 3-2 win to Gateshead. I think Anafawosi is going to be a box of tricks whether he starts or comes on. That's my hope and belief. The Braintree game, which I'm actually struggling, I don't know if I'm going to get to. I'm going to go 4-1. 4-1 Braintree. I think we're in the mood
4-1 against Braintree.
Against Braintree, yes. So if anyone else want to get their predictions in, please, that would be fantastic. Remember, for both games, it'd be great. Steve Farnfield, Sandra's predictions are 2-1 against Forest Green and 2-0 against Braintree. Sandra's worse than me for predicting, but she's more jolly, Steve. She's more jolly. Ken Webster is going 2-1 win for both games. We've got... let's have a little look here. We've got 3-2 loss against Forest Green, a 2-2 draw against Braintree. Says Craig. Heed Army Adams going for a 1-0 win against Forest Green and a 4-0 win against Braintree. I would snap your hands off for that. Alan Guest is going Heed 1, Forest Green 1, and Heed 2, Braintree 1. St. Geordie, Dave, you should have got a point with the 2-2 prediction versus Morecambe. Tell Johnny Gray that he's the man.
It's a draw, so you think with a point, so
yeah. We've got Forest Green 2-2 and Braintree 2-0 win to the Heed. That's for Vanessa. Trina is going 3-2. It's like me against. She went exactly the same as me, doesn't she? And
I can't really see.
Yeah, she went 3-2 win against Forest Green, a 4-1 win against Braintree. Patrick Story is going 3-1 against Forest Green and 3-1 against Braintree. Vegan Power coming all the way from Wooler. She's saying Forest Green Rovers 2, the Heed 0. and 3-1 win against Braintree. How dare you? I hope you're getting some nice chicken chow mein from the Wooler Chinese to keep the energy up. Crystal Story's bringing his Joker out. He's going 2-2 against Forest Green, a 3-1 win against Braintree. St. Geordie is going for a 3-0 loss against Forest Green, a 2-2 draw with Braintree. And Sean Parry's pulling out a Joker as well, a 3-1 win for 3-2 for Saturday, and then a 3-1 win for the other game with Braintree. And Tracy's put, they were Ian's predictions. Look at that, trying to steal someone's valour. That's awful, that, Tracy. I can't believe you've done that. But of course, as I say, tonight was announcing the first inductee into the GFC Hall of Fame, and that first inductee is Ben Clark. So I'm sure nobody will disagree with that one, and we'll be announcing the others going forward in the weeks coming before the evening of the 18th, of course, and it is £2 a ticket at the Saltwell Social Club. As I mentioned before, we do hope to have the tickets on sale on Saturday. If not, we'll have them on sale on Wednesday from the Gateshead FC supporters table, and also available from the Saltwell Club as well. And of course, remember, all the money raised from the night, we've all got a £50 voucher from Hope and Glory. We've also got a framed shirt of Josh Gillies signed as well to put in the raffle. We're looking for other things as well. So if you can help towards that and help us on the night, raise money for both the GFC Foundation and for the GFC Supporters Society as well, it would be absolutely fantastic. And also it means we can have the Supporters Club, and I imagine they'll be putting out votes for Player of the Season in the coming weeks as well. And it should be a fantastic night, and we can celebrate having 500 shows by launching the GFC Hall of Fame. And we was talking, Mickey, weren't we, beforehand, about maybe doing it twice a year, and maybe in October time having some more inductees.
Going it's an ongoing thing. It's not just a one-off.
So obviously, we can bring in names from yesteryear right throughout the history of the club into the GFC Hall of Fame, and hopefully, as I say, I still need to speak to Bernard about possibly getting a page on the club website for the GFC Hall of Fame, which I think would be fantastic. Just a side thing where we can have these people celebrated for their contributions to the club over the years. We've got hi from Johnny and Kay. We're down in Manchester for a few days. I don't know how the other half live. Yeah, and fantastic. Hope you have a lovely time down there.
Yeah.
I've had some lovely tofu. Ian had beef and black bean sauce. So there we go. At least Ian's got some taste. We've got a 3-2 win against Forest Green, says Megabus Dave, and a 2-1 win against Braintree. Darcy says, Darcy says 3-1 win against Forest Green and a 2-1 win against Braintree. And then we've got the the full fixture list coming from the Walden house here.
Wow.
We've got Darren's going 2-1. This is all Saturdays. Darren 2-1, Liv 3-1, Poppy 5-1, Tabitha 3-2, Josh 3-1. On Tuesday night, it's Darren 3-2, Liv 3-1, Poppy 5-1, Tabitha 3-2, and Josh a 2-0 loss. So there we go. We really do need a video printer for when the Walden's predictions come in, don't we?
And happy birthday for yesterday, Darren. I've already sang happy birthday, so I don't have to do it again.
Yes, happy birthday. So I hope you've had a lovely time. And as I say, there's points on the board. New players have come in. And hopefully we'll reach out to see if we can get the new players on the podcast as well in the coming weeks. Because it'd be nice to speak to Anna Fawosi and Botswain as well, because obviously they've moved up the country, haven't they? So make them feel welcome and part of the Heed Army family.
One of the things I heard last night, and if the person's in and listening, they'll know exactly who it was. I'm all for bringing these players in, but can they bring some players in we can actually pronounce?
Well, I did have to sit at the table and practice the pronunciations. So yeah, So we've got a little mess here. Mickey or Dave, next time you speak to Steely, could you ask him to contact me by email or phone? Yeah, we'll sort that out. Don't you worry.
Who was that, like?
That was Steve Farnfield. So,
Right.
yeah, we'll definitely do that. But no, a jolly week, a jolly show. I can't remember the last time we had a week where we've had so much to talk about in a positive light.
August.
Yeah, FA Cup, when we got through in the FA Cup was the last real shining light. Yeah, but
when we beat Wimbledon, aye.
Yeah, it's look, it's coming together. Rome wasn't built in a day, and these lads are leaving everything out there on the pitch. And hopefully, if you're coming on Saturday or you're in two minds, some people haven't been going a lot. Please get there on Saturday and Wednesday. Get behind these lads
At home in Ireland.
Yeah, they're giving everything. They really are. They ran through brick walls last night. We've seen Mark Beck wrestling and ended up coming worse off, hit the ground and hurt his shoulder or collarbone. Let's just hope he's not out for too long. But these boys are giving us their all. And the least we can do is give our all for them as well. So please do.
I think that's 3 times collarbones went.
Yeah, we've had
Morecambe and one against Scunthorpe.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a hoodoo, the old collarbone this season. Stadium announcer was struggling with the names too. Hey, it happens to the best of us. That's all I'll say. As I say, I've never got a name wrong in my life. So
only talking about the Kettering team a few years back.
Look, all the names, all the letters were there, just not in the right order. So yeah, fantastic, and the vowels. So yeah. But yeah, no, it's been a good week, and hopefully we can carry on this momentum into the weekend. It's going to be a tough one against Robbie Savage's men. I don't expect any easiness in this game. It's going to be full-blooded like it was on Tuesday night. Let's just hope we can be a bit more rugged at the back and not have a team as fast as Morecambe. But I'm sure lessons will have been learned. Look, it is what it is, but when you're pushing for goals, you are going to leave yourself open. It's the perils, isn't it, of being on the front foot sometimes. But let's hope we can hit it good on Saturday, hit the ground running.
So let's hope someone hammers some 4-inch 10 pegs into Horton's feet so he doesn't move.
Yeah, well, Mickey's got that tactic going. He's going to use some big 10 pegs to pin him down in the car park. We're going to wrap it up there. Remember, everyone, thank you very much. As I say, we'll be posting if the tickets are going to be available this weekend, if not on Wednesday. Also, as well, well done to Ben Clark being the first inductee into the GFC Hall of Fame, the first man to lead Gateshead out at Wembley. He's been the kit man, he's been the coach, he's been the coach again, he's been the caretaker coach, and he's been an absolute legend and what a representative for GFC, whether it be with the club itself or the GFC Foundation. And as I say, can't wait to see him on the night and hand him his certificate that we're going to get made up as well. So please do come along with us that night. And as I say, thank you for all your messages coming in. See you later, lads. Enjoy your sausage roll on Saturday. We've got a great show. Have a great weekend. And I always thought Ian's a vegan too, says Emily. No, he's not. He loves a bit of meat on the weekend. And hope someone does Robbie's celebration at Hull. So there we go. On that note, everybody, bye.